How's your day, beautiful?
It's
Good,
been
good.
good.
I'm gonna turn the music down.
Yes,
Yeah, my day is going. We be being tested sometime. We be
oh
tested.
yeah, definitely.
Not be like, listen, look, devil, not today, devil, right? We be like, not today, devil. Yes.
Exactly. Not
Yeah,
today,
listen.
devil.
Time you are in
Oh
a
my
season
gosh.
where you are getting ready to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like when you've got plans and you be like, okay, cool, I got a plan, I got a goal. The devil be like, hold up, baby, because I got a plan and I got a goal too. And you be like, not today, devil, not too much.
Right, right. That's right. Because greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. You've already been defeated, devil. You've already
You see
been
how she
defeated.
said that with ease? Did y'all see how she said that with ease and just conviction? She was like, not today. We're not doing that today. Yes, girl.
Not
So how do you
today.
feel about the topic I threw out there? Letting go and trusting that things can work in your favor.
It's oh my god. It is so on time for this season that I'm going through right
Yeah.
now. So on
Yeah,
time.
the holy people say let go and let God, but I didn't want to scare the
Right,
non-holy people
exactly.
away by saying our topic today is let go and let God. So I had to turn
Right.
it down and not them to be like
Yep.
let go and trust that it's going to work in your favor. Which for us, then we'd be like let go and let God,
Right.
give it to God, let Him do it, right?
Right. But even that there is powerful. Even saying it the other
Mhm.
way, it's powerful as well. So yeah.
So are you
Yeah.
able to? Are
I was
you
like, I need
able to
this.
see the notes too as we're doing this? You have.
Oh, look.
Look, come on, be prepared, baby.
Girl,
Let's
please.
talk
Girl, please.
about. Okay, cool. So, what me and Tiff typically do with our top 10 is we just go odds and evens. So, we just kind of go back and forth. We add whatever you want to put in with it. If you want to use that to guide you, it is not you. You can read it, or you can go off the top of your head with what you want. Listen, as the church folks say, let them use you, Wanda. Okay. I just need to know: do you wish to be even? Do you want to
Right.
be odd or even?
It doesn't matter. All of these are good. All the points
Well,
are
I'm gonna do
so
you like I
good.
did Tiff. I'm gonna make you the odd one out just so you get to be first when we get started. Okay.
Oh
Okay. I'll go. We'll switch.
no.
I'll
Okay.
go first and then let
Thank
you do the
you.
second. So, welcome in everybody.
Thank
For those of you who are here and new to this is our just midday empower hour. It is our opportunity to just take an hour to spread some positivity and encouraging words in the middle of the day. For those of you who don't know, my name is Shantae, better known as Life Coach 614 here on social media. I'm a certified self care life coach. All that means is I just choose to wake up and spread positivity on purpose. Most of the people who hang with me also choose to spread positivity on purpose. It is their choice to do so. So today we have Miss Wanda Girl, and I'm going to have Wanda introduce herself and tell you about her so you guys will get to know her before we get started as well. Wanda.
Hey, I am Wanda, known as Wanda Girl, Wanda Create. And I am a jewelry maker here on Vigo. However, I'm in a season of transition as far as my purpose on this app, and it's that's so crazy that Life Coach messaged me last night and asked me this because I have been contemplating this in my head. So I don't know. I'm just letting the Lord lead me, but I also love to spread positivity, love, acceptance here on this app because it's definitely needed. I'm here to encourage and to uplift anybody who comes in my presence. So, yeah,
And she
that's
do it
me.
effortlessly, y'all. She's so good at it. Like I'm telling you, you can go to Wanda and just honestly just talk to her and be like, girl, I'm having a day. And Wanda will help you turn that day around, y'all. Like she literally is another beacon of positivity. And I've honestly valued you in my space in my life over the last few years. Like you You are
Girl,
on the
stop.
list. No, get it
Oh
together.
my
Come
God.
on. We got this. We
I'm
got this. I'll
oh,
save.
stop. I'm sensitive
I'll save
today.
it later.
So don't push me over the edge.
I'll save it for later. Just know that you are definitely on my list in the morning of being thankful for people and their presence in my life. So I hope that other people will follow you and allow you to then be a blessing in their lives as well, because you really are a positive person. So this isn't another, like, when I
Yeah.
think about partnering with people in our family, I'm honestly eager to partner with everyone because we've got so many talented, amazing, bright people, you know what I'm saying? Like, within our family. So I'm definitely eager to, keep these little random empower hours going. And listen, we're going to spread positivity one way or another. The people going to get this
Yeah.
love one way or another.
Yes, I
So
agree.
all of you,
Right.
thank all of you who are in here today. I've got about 300, almost 300 people on my side. Make sure you guys are giving me and Wanda a follow. I know you guys are here for the lottery, but listen, y'all might as well make a friend in the meanwhile. Follow me, follow Wanda Girl, positive people. Okay? So, congratulations to the winners. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all are welcome to stay. Our topic today, our topic today is letting go and trusting that things will work out in your favor. Translation, letting go and letting God. Let the universe have it. Get somebody else to do it, right? Just know that it's going to be okay. And
Yeah.
so today, me and Wanda have 10 tips or 10 steps to help you cultivate, or help you improve on your ability of just letting things go and trusting, having enough faith that it's going to work out in your favor. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but we want to make sure that it happens in your favor, right? So my first step that we have here, the first tip would be to acknowledge your feelings. I am constantly telling people that your feelings are valid and your feelings matter. And, the first thing that we always have to do with any situation in life is acknowledge our own feelings. To recognize that, what, if I'm feeling low, I'm feeling low. And if I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling sad. And if I'm angry, I'm angry, right? Like, whatever it is that I'm feeling in that moment, my feeling and my emotion is valid. Now, it is not okay for me to then lash out or drag someone else down. So if I'm feeling angry, I have the right to be angry. However, I should not take my anger out on everyone. If I'm feeling sad, I should not try to drag everyone into my sadness or into my sorrow, right? So again, we have to recognize our feelings. We need to name what our emotions are and understand what they are. So if I'm feeling anxious, I got to say it. If I'm afraid or fearful, I got to say it. If I am confused and I'm just feeling blah, I got to put a name on it, right? And then once I acknowledge this is my feeling, this is my emotion, I have to accept it. I have to say, okay, I feel this way. And I'm angry because this person did this, or I'm hurt because this person said this. And I just got to accept it. You know what? It is what it is. But I don't have to sit in it. I don't have to stay there. So just because I'm angry now doesn't mean that I've got to stay angry all day, all week, all month, all year. Just because I feel hurt by what this person said now doesn't mean that I got to hate them or feel some sort of way towards them for the rest of life. I just have to accept what it is. So first and foremost, we've got to acknowledge it. And secondly, we just have to accept it. So then that way we can start to move past it. But if we live in denial, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Then we're gonna stay stuck. It's like when you live in denial or you refuse to accept something for what it is, now you're placing roots in that situation and now you're gonna be stuck. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we have
Yes.
to be careful with
Yes.
that. So I mean, again, the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing with step one is to identify your emotions and then accept them. And then you get to decide, just like with your
Right.
emotions. If you decide I don't want to be sad no more, then I choose not to be sad. I'm happy. If I decide not to be angry no more, I'm at peace, then I'm at
Mm-hmm.
peace. And then I can choose to sit in a particular
Right.
space or I can just get up. I can break those shackles off
Right.
and I can
Yes.
go on about my business and it is what it is. So Acknowledge your feelings, y'all. Accept them. Identify them and then accept them. Yes,
Yes. And I wanted to say, we only want those good roots to be
absolutely.
planted. We don't want the roots of bitterness and anger and hate, envy, all of that to be rooted. I hear me back. I think should I take this off? Because I can hear me
It's
back.
not echoing for me, but if
But
it's doing it for
yeah,
you, then
okay. No, it's fine. I just don't want y'all to be able to hear it. But yeah, we only want the good fruitful roots to be planted and go deep, but not nothing that is negative towards us that can literally, when the bitter roots and all the bad roots get planted, it basically can lead to our
absolutely.
downfall. You know, physically, spiritually, mentally, all of that. So we only want those good roots planted, not the bad
Absolutely.
roots.
I think,
Happiness, yes. The root of joy,
yeah, I
yes.
think the phrase they say, whatever you water grows, or the grass grows where you water it, something like that.
Ooh,
You
ooh,
know what I'm saying?
yes,
So it's like if you
yes.
spend time watering or feeding or fueling the negativity, then that's what's going to grow. Right? So if I'm going to spend my time cultivating something, I'm not going to cultivate hate. I'm not going to cultivate sadness and depression and hurt and pain. I don't want to cultivate that. Those things happen on their own. They don't need me to help them, right? But what does need my help is positivity, right? Peace, healing, right? So you water what you want to grow and you let everything else die out, because they say, like, even with a bacteria, when a bacteria starts to die, it begins to leach on and grab onto everything, right? And so if I'm still watering it, then it's going to grow. But I know that if I stop watering it and I let it die out, if I let these situations with certain people just die out and fall off, they're going to start to grasp on whatever they can to try to live. But honey, I'm so strong and I'm so far away
Ooh,
from it. Devil, you cannot reach me. You cannot. You can try, honey,
yes,
but
right.
you're gonna have to
That's
try to
right.
grab something nearby, because you're not gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get me. And if I have
No,
my way, you're
that's
not gonna
right.
get who with me either, because we got plans. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why you gotta watch the company you keep too,
Yes,
y'all. But okay, we gotta stay on target, because we will go off
exactly.
on a whole nother topic, and y'all only gonna get step one today.
Right,
Yeah, I'm
Kel?
above it.
Yes, Kel said, I'm above
I'm better
it.
than that, Kale. I'm
Yes.
better than that.
Oh, my.
All right, Wanda, let's give them number two so they can at least have two things today.
All right. All right, for number two, we have shift your focus. Is present moment awareness. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the present moment rather than worrying about the future. Yes, now that is very important. You know, y'all know me, I'm going to always go to the word for something. The word of God says that tomorrow have troubles of its own. Let your focus be on today. You do what you can do today, and especially to make your day good, to be, you know, also mindful of, like life coach said, like if you set boundaries for yourself, respect the boundaries of others. And I'm learning that also for myself, not to be a hypocrite, but right. But yeah, you have to work on yourself each day. Yes, you do make your plans for the future, but you don't worry about the future. You make your plans, make your goals, work on your goals. And your goals, you make your plan to work on your goals. But yeah, let today work out itself. And let tomorrow take care of
Absolutely.
itself. So yeah, yeah, you can add on. I'm new at this,
It's
y'all.
good.
So y'all gotta bear with
No,
me a
I
moment.
got you. And listen, we always talk about there are 2 days that you cannot control. Yesterday and tomorrow. But what you have control over is
Oh,
today.
girl, yeah.
And so there's no sense in spending time complaining and whining about what happened yesterday, because there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's done. And there's no sense in worrying and stressing about tomorrow, because it's not even here yet. And you still have no control over it.
Exactly.
So you want to focus on this moment, this present moment. We want to value the things that we have in life right now, knowing that God is
Right.
something
Because we have
greater. Yeah,
today.
right? So we want to
Yes.
value what we have
Yes.
in this present moment. What do I have in front of me right now? That's what I want to be thankful and grateful for. Because I know that God, the universe, however you wish to put it, is going to do more for us. You know what I mean? Like I know that there's something
Right.
greater ahead. There's what is it? There's more things to come than the things that I've already received. You know what I mean? So it's just like, so you just got to just know it.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. You just got to know it, you
Right.
know? Hmm.
Right. That's right. Just honestly, we really do encourage you not to worry, to use your energy to worry about things that haven't even happened. Let tomorrow take care of itself. Focus on what you have
Hmm.
today. Today. And the second part of shifting your focus is positive thinking. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Focus on what you can control and the good in your life. And I do that now every morning. I wake up, I don't be in the mirror, but I turn on my cell phone and I say, "Good morning, gorgeous." Yes, my husband is laying there getting ready for work. He's like, what are you? What's going on? I was like, you know what? Good morning, gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're strong. You are mighty in the Lord. You're gonna get about your day and slay the day. Yes, you are strong, and it pumps me up. Like I'm like Rocky. I'm ready to run up those steps and punch the air some. Right now, it really transforms your
Absolutely.
day when you wake up. First of all, you thank the Lord, but then, yes, I'm good, girl. You are awesome. In my life, I have been torn down so much that I'm going to be my biggest supporter. I'm going to be my biggest champion. I'm going to lift me up when nobody else uplift
That's
me. Nobody can support you like you can support yourself. So you get up each day, speak to yourself, look in the mirror, look in your phone, you know, even if you ain't got to just voice it out loud into the atmosphere and let all your positive words manifest.
absolutely.
Put it out there. Speak that good stuff about
Absolutely.
yourself. Don't ever say nothing negative. Don't say you're stupid, you're weird, you're silly, nothing like that. Anything like that. No, you're peculiar.
Exactly.
You know, you're you're unique. You know, those are the words you can replace those negative words with instead of
Absolutely.
weird and no, we're unique, we're peculiar. Right, they do. Person words have
Absolutely.
power. They do. Life or death. You speak it, they're gonna manifest either way.
Exactly. And if I
So
manifest
speak
something,
that good stuff. Yeah.
exactly. As I'm saying, if I'm going to manifest something, it's the same where I know that what I water will grow. So if I want to manifest something positive in my life, then I need to say positive things to myself. I need to exactly choose life, and I need to speak life into myself. I need to speak life over myself. And so, I'm not going to waste too much time trying to complain about where I'm falling short or what I'm missing or what I don't have, because at the end of the day, what's for me is for me. And so if I don't have it, then it's not for me. And it's no different than when we were kids, right? And Christmas came around and we got them service merchandise catalogs and them Walmart catalogs or whatever it was, baby. And we went through there and picked every single thing. We done highlighted it, cut it out, made a board, and we done told our parents, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And then when Christmas came and we ain't get but
Yes.
two things off that list, we was feeling some kind of way, right? Because our parents knew she don't even know how to do that. She don't even know what that's for. She don't even like that. We not cleaning that up, right? It wasn't for us. But we had a very childlike mentality. And see, we're not children no more, y'all. So we got to grow up. And we got to be mature and understand that what is for us, meaning what is intended for us, is what we shall have. No matter how we feel about it. Even if we try to be sneaky and go about and get it ourselves, guess what? The universe has a tendency to still remove those things from you. So that's why, like, sometimes people go out
Oh my
and
God.
sometimes people will go out and they'll
Ooh.
get a new car and it'll be completely above their means, right? And then they drive off the lot and get into an accident. Listen, you weren't supposed to get that car, perhaps. Maybe you were supposed to get the car that was a few $1,000s cheaper. Maybe you were supposed to wait and buy a used car instead of a new car. You never know. So I've just learned to say, hey, you know what? I want to be successful, but I want to be successful in the way that you want me to, God. Right? Like, so whatever success looks like in your eyes, that's the success that I want. So if I got to leave my job or, quit my job and coach full time, okay, Jesus, I'm just going to trust the fact that you were going to take care of me. I'm going to trust the fact that you're going to allow me to still uh, financially provide for my family. You know what I mean? So then, if I ain't got no money, y'all, listen, I'm not stressed and I'm not depressed and I'm not feeling some kind of way because I know that God got me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so if I, as long
Yes,
as
I
I
can
remain
say that.
obedient, it's like God got me. So if I don't got no money in my pocket, it ain't meant for me to have no money in my pocket. God, excuse me, God got me. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? Exactly. We know come on, Michaela. I know who I
That's
belong to,
right. That's
right?
right,
Yes.
Michaela. That's right. Yes, that's good.
Absolutely. Did you want to add anything else to that before we slide on to number 3, Wanda?
No, we can move on. That was
Right.
good
I don't know
though.
if I want
Yeah.
to move on because we was in a good place, but we got more. We got more, y'all. Don't worry. Okay.
Right.
So number 3 is develop trust. So we all got trust issues. Okay. We done all been hurt. We've all hurt people. Okay. And so we have to start to develop trust. We've got to start to unlearn some of these negative behaviors. We've got to start to let go of some of those old feelings of hurt and pain. And we have to begin to develop trust. And I know that it is hard for us to put our trust into other people. So, first and foremost, if we start to put our trust back in God, to know that He's going to guide us and we let Him guide us and we trust Him to guide us, then we don't have all of these problems and burdens. We don't have to deal with all of this mess. And then we don't have to worry about, do I trust this person? Because the universe, God gonna tell you, baby, don't trust that one. Your stomach gonna hurt every time you around them. Don't do it. Don't do it. You gonna feel a burning somewhere that tells you he is not the one for you, sis. Bruh, don't trust her. Let her go, right, butter? So you've got to begin to develop trust. And so, we put our faith in God because obviously that should be number one, right? But then we have a self trust. And so you have to believe in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Many of us forget how strong we are. Many of us cry because it's about the storm, not recognizing that we're the force to be reckoned with, right? 45 years today, I have survived every weapon that was formed to destroy me. I'm still here and I'm still
Ooh,
standing. Okay. So I understand and believe that I'm strong enough to handle whatever comes my way because I know that God didn't bring me this far to just leave me. Right? Like I know for a fact that God did not bring me this far just to leave me hanging. So you have to believe in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. And that means you've got to take some time to reflect on past experiences and understand when things worked out. And when I say worked out, it doesn't mean that it worked out in the manner that you thought it would. I'm talking about where things worked out because you're still here. So even though it didn't go according to the way that you planned, you still made it through. You still survived that storm. And so you've got to trust yourself and trust in your ability. I always use this analogy about things. We tend to think that things are impossible in our life. But if you actually look at the word impossible, it says, I'm possible. So if a word that means, with the definition of impossible being what it is, how can it be when the word itself says, I'm possible? You know what I mean? So how can it be something that we can't achieve? How can it be something that we can't have? How, you know what I'm saying? When the word itself says I'm possible. So when I put myself into the equation, and if it's something for me, then I know that it cannot be impossible, because if it's for me, I'm possible. I trust myself. I believe in myself, and I believe in my ability, and I believe that God got me. And so I'm possible. So when I tell people what I want to do, or if I say I want to go somewhere and people are like, oh, that's impossible, I honestly laugh. And I said, it might be impossible for you, but that's because this is for me and I'm possible. So you can feel how you feel. And I understand that you don't understand it because it's not for you, it's for me and I'm possible. And then you got to have faith in the process, right? Trust that the universe, God, fate, or just a higher power is guiding you towards what is best. So, whatever you believe, whoever you believe in, whatever higher power, right? I always say the universe respectfully. When I say the universe, many know I'm talking about God. It's God for me, right? So, you have to trust that the universe has you. You've got to have faith, and you just got to have a belief in knowing that God got me. The universe got me. Whatever has gotten me to this point in my life will continue to get me to the next point in my life. Because again, I'm possible. So develop some trust, y'all. Go ahead, Wanda.
Right, definitely. Yeah, I wanted to say, never say that you can't do anything. Even the things that look most difficult or that you can't get through something. I like to always use like also exercise analogies, examples, and I use myself because I have many, examples to give. I can remember a point in my life when I was in the Y, exercising 5 days a week, and I made the decision to try a class that a person my size would not have chosen to do. And it was the most difficult class out of the whole, class listing, which was body pump. Here I am at the time at 440 pounds, getting ready to do a level 10 exercise, not knowing what it was. I've heard stories about it, but I was like, I can do this. 10 minutes in, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I'm doing in here, right? But something said, girl, hush your mouth. You can do this. Yes, it was the worst ever, but I got through it. And if I had given up, I would have never known that I could do it, and I would have never chose to do anything
Right.
difficult again. And it became a class that I loved to hate, and I hated to
Right.
love. I kept going back for more, right? So never count yourself out, because remember, you are strong and mighty in the Lord. You can do anything that you set your mind to. Because, a lot of times I pull on the strength of the Lord. Yeah, we're weak, we're nothing without Him. Those who believe in Him, and I believe that. But when I heard something say, shut up, just shut it up and just go, I did it. So never count yourself out, because you're capable.
Absolutely.
You're more than
Yeah.
capable.
It sounded like Wanda recognized that she was
Right, all right.
possible,
So,
honey.
right, yes, I was possible and I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't easy. Nothing in life that's worth doing and worth having is
Exactly.
easy. But woo woo. Yes, I started looking good, sticking with it. So I'm glad I stuck with it. I was looking good. So
Yes.
but yeah. All right. I wanted to
Now,
share that.
we don't-
All right. So I think number 4,
yep.
take action. I learned all about that with my life coaching last. It actually was the year before last, ending in the beginning of last year, about taking
Hmm.
action. And this is when you get into setting your goals. But small steps. Break down your goals into manageable steps. Taking action can reduce anxiety and build confidence. So at the end of 2022 to the beginning of 2023, Life Coach had extended some life coaching sessions. And I took her up on it. I was like, yeah, sure. Because it's funny. We always say it's funny when the Holy Spirit is setting things up. I had been thinking about getting life coaching, but I didn't know from who. And then life coach, she was just getting into life coaching then, and she offered the sessions. I was like, look at God, okay, giving me what I need, giving me what I'm asking for, because Lord knows she have got my life together because I was a hot mess.
Right.
I learned to set my goals. Well, the first thing we learned was to set boundaries. You know, without them boundaries, I wouldn't have made it through my goals. So, but I took the action to set my goal, and I learned all about the smart, the smart. I believe it was the smart, the process, the smart, SMART, make it specific,
Yep.
measurable,
Smart goal. Yep.
right for the goals. Oh, Lord, I didn't forget. I got scared for a minute. Okay, yes, but once I learned to start setting my goals and sticking to the plan that I had set. I want to get through with the smart and specific, measurable, achievable, um, relevant or time. Like it has to be within a time frame, I believe. But once I started having a plan for my life and sticking to it, a lot of the issues that I was having, trying to figure out what it is I'm supposed to do as far as career wise, that anxiety left from there because I had focus. It allowed me to get my focus on something and I was working towards something. And a lot of that stress that I had around that and anxiety, it went away.
Hmm.
So it's important to get your goals in order. Like we mentioned earlier, you don't worry about tomorrow, but you set your plans and you work on them today. Um, if you want to say something, what, what was that?
Thank you, Tiff.
All right, did you want to say something on that?
Yeah, I think I think that what do they say? Faith without work is dead, right? So when we think about taking action, I think that it's just really important for us to, you know, we've got to make a goal, right? We got to write it down and make it plain. And we've got to be willing to, show up and we've got to have this plan of what we want. We've got to have a goal. And like Wanda said, it needs to be a smart goal. But then you've got to get up and do something about it, right? You can't just say I want to be famous, I want to be this, I want to be that, whatever. You've got to say I want this and I'm going to go get it. Hey KV, hey everybody who came in.
Hey,
You
Kizzy.
you got to be willing to do more than
Thank
just
you.
talk about it, yo. We got to be about it. Like we got to get up. We can't just make room for the blessings and then not get up and go get it. Not put the work into it too. So I mean, we have to take action. We already made the plan. We talk about it, but we've got to get up and do something about it. Like they say, you got to get up, get out, and do something, right? What was that song?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know who
Yeah.
remember that little hip hop heads, but they said you got to get up, get out,
Right.
and do
I
something.
remember.
Don't let the days of your life pass you
Yeah.
by, right? That's what they say in the song. You got to get up, get out, and do
Right.
something because you and I got to do for you and I, right? I know y'all remember that song.
Right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I done mixed y'all up, but I know
I
that song.
know it. I know it. You got to get out, get up, and do something. Something
Yeah,
like that. Yes, I know it. Yes. Yes. And setting your goals and making your plans are very important in life. You know, yeah, I'm getting up in age. Yes, I'm 48, and I'm really feeling like now I'm heading in the right direction. Um, I I try to encourage my husband. You can only encourage them; they have to to
right.
want, you know. But I'm like, I was like, you don't like your job. You're at a good age now where you can figure out something. You're never too old to take up a trade or try something new. The one thing you can't do is be afraid. If you want, it can change, but you're so used to being putting yourself in a box. to where this is my life. This is what I'm going to do for 20 more years and retire. But if you're not happy, I encourage you to take a risk, take a chance on yourself. You don't want to look back at the end of your life and wish you would have, could have done this or done that. You live your life to have no regrets at the end. That I laid it out all on the table. I did everything that I wanted to do. I have all who the Lord called me to do, and I'm happy with how I live. So and that starts with setting your goals. Take some time, um, trying to figure out what it is you want to do. You know, and some things you won't know until you're
Right.
in it. You won't discover your purpose until you're in it, but that will still require you to take steps.
Absolutely.
You know, changing up what you do. So,
Absolutely.
and and the other part of taking that action is detach from outcomes. Which do your best without being overly attached to the results. Focus on the effort rather than the end product. Oh, yes, this is so much me now with exercise. I don't look, I'm going to trust the results. I'm just going to make the effort
Yeah.
each day, not get on that scale because the scale is evil. It is evil, evil, evil. It lies. Oh, that's me. I actually had my husband, I said, you hide the scale so I won't get on the scale. I'm going to make the effort every day to work
Mm-hmm.
on me and my physical body. And I'm just going to let it be what it is. Let it be what it is. So, you just have to trust the process. Do work on yourself each day and trust the process.
Absolutely. Listen, I can't even add nothing to it because you done already said it. Like the scale is a liar. I think that every time I get on the scale, that there's these little trolls somewhere that sneak on and jump on the scale with me. And I'd be like, hold on, wait a minute. And then I get off and it say zero, and then I get back on, and then it be at a number, and then it jump to another number. And I'd be like, now hold on. That's more than what I anticipated, Jesus. Like, hold on. So then I get off, and then I zero it out. I put one foot on and I'm like, that look about right. I put the other foot on, that look about right. You start setting random objects on the scale, like, okay, that's about a pound. Okay, that's right. And then you get on the scale and you be like, you dirty liar. You dirty, dirty
Like the scale said, girl, get
liar.
off
Right?
me. I can't
And
take
it is so funny because even when we
this.
go to the doctor, I'm like, your scale don't say the same thing my scale says. Okay, my scale at home said I'm skinnier, and I
Right,
did not gain 10 pounds before I got here. Okay, so
right,
you
right,
just gotta trust the
Michaela.
process. Hey,
Oh
Kiki
my
Poo,
God.
listen, you really do just have to trust the process in it, though. Understanding that it's gonna work out, and you don't know what that workout looks like. So we go into things and we do things like we try to make these lifestyle changes, or we start off doing something not necessarily knowing what it's going to look like in the end. Me and Wanda, we be painting, y'all. We don't know what that thing gonna look like when we get done. Okay. And if we stop in the middle, then we'll never know what it could have looked like. We'll never know. And when I first got Wanda into painting, she was over there like, I don't know what this is gonna be, but she kept saying, I'm gonna trust the process. About an hour later, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna trust this what it's supposed to look like. That ain't what I see though, but I'm gonna trust the
Yeah,
process. She got done. She said,
right,
this thing looked better than I thought it was because I didn't see the y'all saw.
right.
Or when we're in front of it, it looks one way. So me and Wanda would have to turn around and reflect on the screen behind us to see what y'all saw. Cause y'all see something different than
Yeah,
what we see sitting here. Cause we see a bunch of paint blotched on the canvas. Y'all like, oh, she is beautiful. I'm like,
yeah.
where is she at? Like, cause I don't even see her. That last one I did with them eyes staring into my soul, I was like, I'm gonna put some sunglasses on her because it was
Yes.
scary. Wanda was like, it is beautiful, and I'm like, girl,
Right. Yeah, they were like white boys. They were just little white circles, just
That pain was like,
piercing. Oh, but you worked that
yeah.
out. Yes,
So
it was
yeah,
awful, but it was good. I'm looking at mine right now. I gotta finish. So.
yeah. But it was, but the process, even the process of creating it was fun. And I think that I know when I first started painting, the process of doing it, even though the paintings sometimes don't turn out the way that I want, the process of creating it, the work putting into it is so fulfilling. It is so relaxing and so rewarding. So when I get to the end and it looks like crap, right? I know that, listen, at least I had fun. At least I was in good company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's the same thing with life. As we start to do certain things, and we feel led to do it and it's put on our heart to do, a lot of times I think we stop before we have the ability to be blessed by it because it ain't looking the way that it's supposed to look. That thing ain't thinging like we thought it was, right?
Oh,
And so we quit
yes.
and we block our own blessing. And so we got to get out of our way and that's the detached from the outcome. I can't be so worried about what the outcome is that I'm not enjoying the process of making it. It's like if you're reading a recipe, I cannot get worried about what it tastes like yet because I haven't even made it. And if I'm so focused on step 10, I'm not going to enjoy the first 9 steps. And it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be rewarding, and we're supposed to be learning something. And then we enjoy it afterwards. We celebrate when we're done, right? So, yeah. So,
Right. That's a good word. Hope y'all got that.
I
That was
listen.
good. That was some good
Wait,
nuggets right
let me
there.
get my fan out.
Yeah.
When I say something good, I cool myself off because I be hot sometimes, y'all. Don't fun. Woo!
Right. Yes. Oh my
So that
God.
definitely leads us into number 5, which is practice gratitude. Y'all know I am a firm believer in attitudes of gratitude. And I know y'all can't hear the song playing in the background right now, but let me just tell y'all right now, Break Every Chain by Tasha Cobb Leonard is playing.
Ooh,
And she over here screaming that there's power, y'all. Listen, it's power in having an attitude of gratitude. When you wake up in the morning, you should be thankful and grateful for the air that you breathe, your ability to think, move, whatever it is, even though you might not be moving in the way you used to, even though it might hurt every single time you move. Listen, you have to have an attitude of gratitude. You have to be thankful and grateful for what you have. Otherwise, you're gonna be like that kid making that Christmas list, and when Christmas comes, you ungrateful because you didn't get all 222,000 things you put on the list, and now you're not even thankful for the 2 things that your parents found the money, right? Because as parents, we gotta find the money to buy these gifts. We ain't got the money. We gotta go find the money. So again, you want to make sure that you're thankful and grateful, not just on Thankful Thursday. You want to be thankful on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday. You want to be thankful on the 1st, the 15th, the 22nd, the 31st. It don't matter what day of the week it is. It don't matter what time of the day it is. I know we like to be like it's 11:11, and I'm thankful and grateful. Honey, I was thankful and grateful at 11:10, 11:12, 9:15, 2:02. It don't matter. I'm thankful and grateful all day, every day,
yeah.
24 hours a day for the things that I have. I'm even thankful and grateful for the stress that I have in my life because I know it's helping me build resilience.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm thankful and grateful for all of the past trauma and hurt and pain because it got me to where I am today, right? Me going through, thank you guys, me going through all of my stress,
Thank
all of my
you.
mess, all of my heartache, and all of my darkness led me into the position that I hold now, which placed me on screen with all of you. So if I didn't go through all of that, then I never would have sought therapy. If anxiety and depression didn't find me, I never would have had the the desire or the need to go see a therapist. And then going to my therapist, finding someone who I was comfortable enough with to authentically be myself That allowed me the opportunity to get off some things off my chest and to understand that my feelings were valid. She encouraged me to start to pour into my self care because she recognized that I was doing too much for too many other people and I wasn't serving myself. So I started tapping in to my creative self care, my spiritual self care. And all of a sudden, I was like, wait, I'm supposed to be doing this holistically. Like, I'm not supposed to just be drinking water. I'm supposed to be eating healthy. I'm not supposed to just be eating healthy. I'm supposed to be working out. Oh, I'm not supposed to just be working out. I'm supposed to be getting good sleep.
Right.
I started realizing, like, holistically, listen, I
Yeah.
needed a makeover. What Tina Turner say? I want to be made over. Look, y'all know I got songs for everything. But,
Yes.
like, listen, I wanted to be made over.
Yes.
And so I started pouring into my self care and prioritizing my self care. Come on now, Michaela. She said, make me over. Okay, that's another show.
Be over.
That's another
Yes.
show, Michaela. Don't get me started with Tina, okay? So, but I wanted
Yes.
to, change all of that. And so I started pouring into myself. And in that, I was like, hold on, you mean to tell me that just being grateful and thankful is a form of self care? And all of a sudden, I started being blessed
Yes.
with more. And when I started sharing my story and talking to other people, I started realize, oh wait, this is reciprocal. That means I can be thankful and grateful for what I have, and I can get up here and tell other people why I'm thankful and grateful for what I have, which encourages them to then be thankful and grateful for what they have. You see what I mean? So now all of a sudden I'm actually
Mm,
showing up being the change that I want to see in the world. Okay, so I'm tired of all the
right.
negativity on social media. So I'm gonna push the button and serve positivity 24/7. Oh, so other people are now gonna want to
Right.
serve positivity. Oh, I got other good spaces that I can stay in. Why? Because I woke up thankful and grateful for today.
Yes.
Like, come on now.
Yes.
So when we
Yes.
think about practicing
Yes.
gratitude, you've got to do it daily. Daily reflection.
Yes.
Get yourself a gratitude journal, a
Mhm.
notebook, use your phone, use your tablet, your computer, whatever. And you need to have something to track your gratitude. If you feel like you're a person who struggles, if you're a person who can't recognize what they should be thankful for, what they do have in their lives, you know what I'm saying? Start to chart things that you have, start to mark down your wins.
Yes.
So then that way you can start to
Yes.
see on paper what's going well in your life. So then you stop focusing on all the areas that aren't going good, all the problems that you have. You can start focusing on what is going good in your life. You're here.
Right.
That should be the first win because if you turn on the news, you're going to find somebody else is no longer here. You're going to open the paper and you're going to read, parts in the paper and you're going to see somebody else is not here. There are people who
Mhm.
would kill to be in your shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. There are people holding on and struggling right
Yeah.
now to be where you are, and you're taking it for granted. So you have to start to be
Mm.
thankful and grateful. And you've also got to acknowledge where you are in your process. A lot of times we're so thankful and grateful for the things that other people do for us, but we forget to be thankful and grateful for ourselves and what we've done for
Yes.
us. There is no harm in
Right.
thanking yourself and being grateful for the fact that I didn't want to do this today, but I got up and did it anyway. I didn't want to go to work
Right.
today, but I got up and I did it. Right? I was stressed and I was depressed and I had all these other things going on, but I'm still going to get up and I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to push the button.
Right.
Right? You got to
Right.
be, you
Yes.
have to acknowledge your progress and understand that small victories are still victories. They are still
They are.
progress.
They are.
And no matter how minor it seems, a win is a win. And we get back up and we
Mhm.
win again. Okay?
Right.
So
Yes.
focus on that gratitude. Go ahead, Wanda.
Yes. I had wrote down when you said and like even if you're not feeling good in your body, give thanks. And I wrote down the scripture when you said that 1 Thessalonians 5:18, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. So no matter what you're going through, always give thanks. What you don't do, if you're not going through such a good time, don't feed more negativity in it.
Right.
Don't, if you're not feeling well, don't be like, oh, my aching back. Oh, my hip. Don't do that. Hip, you're strong. You're a whole. You're healed. You have to, again, first of all, thank the Lord that you got a hip. Some people sitting around don't even have nothing but a torso. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Right.
You have to give thanks for what you have and don't complain about what you don't have. Because if it's meant for you to have it, you would have it. You would have it. You understand what I'm saying? So give thanks for where you're at in your life, where you are in your body and your health. And if you can't, go and find someone who is not doing so well, and it will make you grateful for what you have. You understand? I may not have nothing but a piece of bologna and bread, but then I turn on a TT video and see people eating out of the trash can.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Father God, for this bologna and this bread. You understand what I'm saying? So give thanks for what you have. Even if you just wake up and open your eyes, oh God, thank you, Father. I'm here another day. I'm here. I'm breathing. Thank you, Father, that I got breath in my lungs.
Absolutely.
I can see. I can talk. Sometimes it do take you to reflect back. Sometimes to find gratitude to see where He done brought you out of.
Exactly.
Do what you have to do because, first of all, God is worthy of all of that. You know. Um. But yeah, just don't look at the negativity. Look at the things that He has blessed you with. So
Exactly.
you know.
What's that song?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
live
When I think about
with.
Jesus and all He's done for me, I just dance, dance, dance all night. Look, look. If
Yeah.
that song right there don't stir something up in you, I always remember when I would take my son to church
Right.
when they play that, and we always get in trouble when we get them to playing that, and we get the band on board to play that. Listen, we be in trouble, and they be looking at
Right.
us. That was
Yes.
that was the second service crew. First service didn't play that mess with us. Second service crew was the younger folks, and we'd be in there and we'd be like, hold on, Pastor. When I think about Jesus and the drum be over there and they
Wanda.
on the
Yes.
keyboard cutting up, and you be like, come on now.
Yes.
Be up
Right.
there dancing. And
Right.
I'm like, listen, that was by far the most fulfilling and humbling experience. And then when I started actually thinking about the song and what it was saying, I was like, come on, wait a minute now. That's attitude of gratitude right there.
Right.
Locally,
Exactly.
you know?
It is. It is. I felt like I should add not to compare your life to other people's lives.
Mm.
Like if you look at Debbie in the big house down the street, you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
First of all, you don't know the price that they had to pay as far as what they did to get where they got.
Exactly.
Be happy with what you have.
Right.
I live with my mom and dad. And honestly, I may be with them until, I pray they live a long time. I don't know, but I'm feeling that in my spirit. Yes, I want my own house, but I got a roof over my head.
Amen.
I'm not in outdoors. I'm not on a park bench,
Absolutely.
and I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that because it could be so different.
Yeah.
So that's why you count your blessings, and when you look at it, you got more blessings than you had even imagined that you have. So count your blessings.
Absolutely. And when you so busy counting other people's blessings, you missing out on yours. A lot of people fail to realize, like,
Oh,
they get so bent on the fact that, okay, you see your neighbors doing all sorts of upgrades to their house, and you see your neighbors got lawn care service and you out here cutting your own grass. You see your neighbors extending the house and you trying to deal with the house that you got, right?
mm,
All these things, you so busy counting everybody else's blessings instead of paying attention to the fact that they got this service, they got this upgrade. Honey, that's God, right? So you know, what up, Jelly? You
right.
know that God is in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. And if he in your neighborhood, your house is in the neighborhood. So if you so busy looking out the back door trying to figure out what everybody else got going on, baby, you ain't paying attention to the fact that God is knocking on your door trying to bless you, but you so busy worried about what A, B,
Right.
and C got that you didn't realize you was house B. You was
Right.
next on the list. Yes, ma'am. It's safe in here. You ain't got to
Right?
have no shoes, no
Yes.
nothing, honey. You just got to come in here and receive it. We got you,
Yes.
Jelly. We got.
That's right.
But yeah, so I mean, you definitely got to not focus on other people's blessings, on what other people got going on, because you'll mess up and block your own blessing. And a lot of times when we be so busy comparing about, other people, and they be like, oh, the grass is greener on the other side, baby. It's astroturf. It's not even real grass. No matter how you water it,
Exactly.
you get to
Right.
it, it's not going to change. This real life.
They out there spraying their lawn. They're spraying it green. They spraying that dead grass green. You know?
Exactly. Ain't no life over there. Don't you worry about it. Because right here, life.
Right. Yeah.
So focus on yourself. That was a really good ad, Wanda. That wasn't even on the list, but yeah, that was a really good ad. Thank you.
Thank you. All
All right, so it
right.
looks like you're up next, Wanda.
All right. Seek support, and that is really big. Community. Share your feelings with friends, family, or support groups. Sometimes talking it out can provide a new perspective and relief. Yes, I can say that I have a few trusted individuals that I talk to. Yes, and trust when we learn to trust earlier on in this life, I had an issue trusting. So I got my core people that I share my issues with, and a lot of times they help me more than they could ever imagine. Um, I have been in a couple of dark places, and knowing that I had some people that I could reach out to and trust really changed the outcome of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that with all honesty. If you're going through, just, even simple life issues, get you some trusted people that you can confide in, that when you put it in their ear, it's not going to go out their ear, in their ear, out their mouth,
Absolutely.
to somebody else. But if you're going through something, find you someone that you can talk to. If you need professional help, which is also professional help, if you're feeling the anxiety or fear or overwhelming, consider speaking with a therapist or counselor. And I did that also. But it is always good to have a fresh perspective besides of what you've been mulling over in your own head. Because a lot of times when we mull over things in our head, especially if it's something more significant, like relationship issues or not knowing where you're going in life or whatever,
Right.
fresh minds can give you fresh perspective, fresh input. It can also help kickstart you being on your way, which, if y'all haven't, I don't know which way life coach is on y'all screen. So I'm just going to do both ways. Please reach her. She can help you, get you on your goals, get you on your plans, get you going. I don't know which one is her, but y'all can see it. But yeah, I really do recommend life coaching. Yes, it's it, it's the best thing that has happened to me within the last 10 years, and I can say that. And God knows that it's the truth. He knows it's the truth. But yeah, just reach out and find somebody to talk to. We're not meant to live here in this life and go in this life alone. No, you don't go to social media. Don't go in a forum on and like, y'all, I need this help, but because you're gonna get all kind of entities. You're gonna get people who ain't on the same path, or you're aligning or in alignment with you to give you advice. I choose people to speak to that I know I'm in alignment with,
Right.
and that they have my best interests in their heart. They will not tell me anything wrong.
Right.
And those people know who they are. They're in this room. The other one may be over there in life coaches. I don't know, but it's literally three or four people outside of my sister, my husband, and my mom and dad
Mm-hmm.
that I trust to talk to. So, but you go ahead.
Yeah, you definitely need people. And I always tell people, I know that we come from a culture where we were taught to keep whatever's happening in your house. But sometimes it's what's in your house that's holding you back and what's blocking you. And so sometimes you have to step
Yes,
outside of that house. And you got to know who to talk to when. It's like we're meant to have multiple people. So there are certain situations that I go to my friends about. There are certain situations I go to my husband about. There are certain situations that I go to my life coach about. And then there are other situations that I got to go to my therapist about. So it depends on what level I am in it. And it's not because I'm going to these people for them to coddle me or, pacify what I'm doing. I'm not trying to get them on board with me. I'm going to them based upon the level of experience. So, for example, if I'm having issues in my marriage, I'm not going to go to my single friends. It's not because my single friends don't have valuable advice, but they can't give me wife level advice. I'm going to go to my friends that are married, even divorced. Okay, I'm gonna go to them because I know that they've seen some things, and I don't want the newlyweds either because y'all new to this, and I've been doing this longer. So I'm gonna pick the people who are in my life who have been married the longest, right? Then I'm gonna be like, okay, listen. So I'm
Right.
struggling with this, and this. And they'll be like, oh girl, yeah, I remember when we hit like year 6 and we was going through that too. And da 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 da. You know what I mean? So then I know who to go to for what. It's like you don't go to the dentist and tell them that your foot hurt. Because the dentist gonna look at you like, that's
Right.
not what I do. You're not gonna go to the heart
Right.
doctor and tell him your stomach hurt and you can't boo boo. That's not what he do.
Mm.
It doesn't mean he ain't never experienced that and he still can give you advice. I mean, for heaven's sakes, he's a doctor. He knows some things about you not being able to boo boo or whatever, but that ain't what he specializes in. So when you go to people, a lot of us have trust issues because we went to the wrong people for the wrong things. Make sure that that's what a person specializes
Yes.
in. A lot of us go to our friends who are gossipy, who are her chatty Cathy's, and then we go to them not realizing that they finna take all our business to somebody else. You knew when you served them
Yep.
that what they were gonna do with it. They were gonna chew it up,
Mm.
spit it out with no regard to how you feel about it. So I mean, make sure that as you are seeking support, that you're seeking support with someone who specializes in that particular area. You want to make sure that they can help you. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Right.
Why am I talking to you? Right? So, and that's why, like, even
Right.
with me as a life
Exactly.
coach, there are certain situations that people come to me for. And I'm like, if you come into me just because you want to get it off your chest, okay. But if you come into me because you're thinking that I'm going to give you some sort of resolution, honey, that's not what I do. Like, that's not my field. I can't help you. I'm sorry you can't boo boo,
Right.
but that's not what I do. Like, try Pepto. I don't like. I don't know what to tell you. You're full of poop.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so just make sure you're seeking the right. Okay. No, I mean I'm serious though. I know it's a joke, but I mean I'm
Right.
serious. You got to know who you're going to. Um,
Right,
you can't find
exactly.
no other
Yes, that's
person. Tell God. Some of y'all think that's silly, but if you
yeah.
just open your mouth directly to God's ears, listen, let's skip the middleman, right? I don't want God to
Hmm.
hear my problems a hearsay because I'm telling them to somebody else. I'm gonna just tell God my problem.
Wow.
If He
Yeah.
sends me
Right.
somebody
Yeah.
else to talk to intercede on my behalf, then so be it. But outside of that,
Right.
listen. People always say, "Oh, pray for me." I mean, I could do that, but did you pray for you?
Mm-mm.
Did
Right.
you do?
First.
Because it's like when people come to me and they're like, "Oh, pray for me because this is going on and this is going on and this is going on," and I'm like, "So have you already taken it to God and you just want me to like co-sign that
Right.
check, or did you want me to like front all of this up front? Because it don't make no
Right.
sense."
Right. Right.
You said right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Oh, it was something I wanted to say and it slipped my mind. Yeah. Yeah. Always go to God. Always you go to God first.
Absolutely.
And try to wait for Him to instruct you on what to do.
Yeah.
Just don't get out in the streets telling your business, especially just any old body, especially not on social media in a chat room. I've seen that play out also. It's not good. It would not be for your good outcome. It wouldn't.
Yeah. It's
But yeah, I've even went to therapy for to work on me,
Mhm.
and somehow we ended up in marriage counseling. But I was going for personal issues, working out my personal issues, and then work on marriage stuff, because a lot of things we have in marriage, it stems from personal issues. And she grouped us together, and I was like, this is not going to work for me. After a big blowout in the library where we were having our sessions in a room, and I was like, you know what, I'm through with this. I sought your help to work out my personal issues, and we're here in marriage counseling, and I needed to work on me,
Right.
and it made me very hesitant
Yeah.
since then to reach out again. So, yeah, but I thought I did my homework, and apparently I did not do my homework well enough when I
Yeah.
sought
You
out
had
that help. So, do your homework.
you had the right plan,
Yep.
because I think that we need to do work on ourselves first before we subject ourselves to being in a situation with someone else to then tell us what we already know, which is why we went to seek help in the first place. So it's like, I don't need to go
Thank
a
you.
couple's counseling or mediation to talk about how I am as a wife when I recognize, hey, I'm already struggling as a wife. I'm struggling as a wife, a mom, a woman,
Exactly.
or whatever. Like, I know I got issues. I don't need,
Right.
a team of people telling me I got issues. I can hear saying
Right.
issues. So, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, one. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people just need to, you know, pay attention to, I guess, where you're going for your help. You don't go to the club asking people to pray for you. You go to church. You don't go to the
Are we?
club. Listen, you don't go to church asking for tips. Right?
No.
You're not gonna get in the communion line on first Sunday asking for shots. Gonna take a little sip, keep it moving. Like, so yes, you got to know where to go to get your blessing. You got to know who to go to.
Right.
I'm starting to think this
Okay.
list is rigged, because yesterday I stuck with self care, and now here I am stuck with self care again. But I'ma just I'ma just do it,
Hey.
right? So for
Right.
7 on the list is engage in self care. I'm going off the list. When we engage in self care, it is holistic. So we need to tap into our physical self care, our mental self care, our spiritual self care, our creative self care, our social self care, right? We need to tap into every single thing that makes us whole, that makes us who we are. And so, we've got to begin to be more active. Okay, exercise, whatever. I just need you to move more. I don't care if you go to the gym, you do it at home. I need you to move more. I'm so adamant about wanting to move more, even though my knee is messed up and my back is messed up. I done bought one of those vibrating plates. See, I know I can stand up. And I know I can stand up for 10 minutes. And so it's said that if I stand for 10 minutes on this vibrating plate, that I'm going to get a full body workout. Well, I want to move more. And so I'm going to buy this thing, right? So that is me being more conscious and taking an effort to say, I want to be more active. Now, other people might be like, okay, well, then just go do this and just go do this. Fine, you go do that. I'm operating under my level of comfort. Okay. So we've got to move more, whatever that looks like for you. You've got to eat well, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. I would say get more fruits and vegetables in your life. Try to minimize the candy and the carbs and things like that. But listen, if you want to count calories, honey, count calories. If you want to give up meat, baby, give up meat. If you don't want to eat this, then listen, whatever works for you, because what I eat will never make you poo and vice versa. So do you.
Right.
Just choose better options of what
Yes.
it is that you're doing. Get enough sleep. I don't care if it's 8 hours, 10 hours, 12. Listen, get more sleep now than what you've been getting. That's it. Just get more sleep.
Definitely. Yeah.
Understand that a healthy
Yeah.
body supports a healthy mind. What we put in is what we get back. So if we put trash and garbage into our body is going to treat us like trash and garbage. So focus
Right.
more on what you're putting in. That's also your knowledge. That's also the people that you have around you, right? You want to make sure that just like we want to put positivity into the world, you want to put positive things into yourself. with what you're learning, with who you're hanging with the things that you say, the things that you listen to. That's all a part of our self-care. You also want to make sure that you are prioritizing your mental health. Your brain is what's telling your body what to do. And so you want to make sure that you're pouring into your mental health, figuring out ways to relax when you're stressed. Start doing some meditation, get into yoga and deep breathing. You don't have to learn all the poses, okay? It's a billion and one yoga poses. You don't have to know them all,
Right.
okay? You just need to
Right.
find a
Yeah.
good 2, 3 poses that you are comfortable with. Look, y'all.
Yeah.
So I was determined to get it. Look at this. That's a
Oh,
yoga pose.
what?
You ain't even
Yeah.
know she ain't doing nothing but stand.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you could do this one.
Right.
That's an upward statue.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the prayer pose. I can handle that.
Oh, wow.
So listen, them could be my three. Them can be my go-to three. Or I could keep spinning the cards. And you see what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
listen, it's a lot you could do, right? But I'm saying
Right.
there's a level of which we can all function in every single thing we do. We just got to
Yeah.
get out of our head and trying to do it like other people do it. So
Wow.
figure it
Right.
out. You've got to start to tap in to these other resources. And you have to start prioritizing your self-care. You've got to start engaging and taking an active role in your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, thank you.
You said everything that I'm just kidding. Like I was gonna say, you said everything I wanted to say.
I, it is.
No, but that was
Well,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because with we, if you're tuning in to Life Coach each day, you're always going to get like everything you need for self care, because that's their thing. And yeah, I agree. I endorse that message. I
Appreciate
endorse that.
message. Paid
Yes.
for by Wanda and other members of the THC.
Yes.
I'm gonna start paying
Yes. That's
for
right.
everything we do. This message is endorsed by the THC family.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's so good. I love that. I love that. Yeah. You gotta just so get rid of the toxins, the toxicity,
Mm-hmm.
and bring in the goodness, the things that's good for you. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I like that.
Exactly. Give me everything
All right.
good.
So, yeah, everything that's good. All right. So, embrace uncertainty. Oh my gosh. Whew. Now, this one here was a tough one for me. I'm always had an open mindset. View challenges as opportunity for growth. Embrace the idea that not knowing what comes next can lead to exciting possibilities and being flexible. Being willing to adapt and change plans as needed. Flexibility can reduce stress and help you go with the flow. Okay. So yes, it's now I understand it. I got it. I get it. And it took me to go through a lot of stress to finally realize that that first of all I can't control everything.
Right.
My plans may not go like how I want them to go, and that's okay. Now I'm rolling with the flow of things. Yes, I got my plans in order, but if they don't go like I want them to go, it's okay because you know why? I know that God plans for me will prevail no matter what I viewed. I no longer see things as a failure. You know, I'm like, it's not for me. It wasn't for me. Something else is for me.
Exactly.
But and now that I'm relinquishing control, how I try to be in control of my life, I'm like, okay, God, what I've done for me thus far is not working. So there you go, take the reins.
Right.
You can have them because it's too much for me. Just leave me.
Right.
And wherever you got my footsteps, I will go. I will do what you want me to do. And now that I have relinquished the control over to him, I experience way much less stress pertaining to things that I wanted to do in my life. So I do encourage you. Yes, it's exciting. Like this, I would have never thought about getting up to do this with someone else, especially if it's not just centered on speaking about the Lord and speaking about the Word, because I've always seen myself as not a good speaker. This is me being critical about me. I never, sometimes my verbs and the nouns and adjectives, they don't add up. I might say they was, you understand, or something like that, you know. And I always was critical on myself, but when I found out, I was like, you know what? No matter how I sound or how I feel about myself, I do have a message to give and something to say, and I'm just been open to the possibilities.
Right.
You know, I got what I want planned out, but I want the Lord's will for my life to prevail, and I'm open, not knowing. Yes, it's exciting. When you sent me this yesterday, I was just saying, oh, my hip hurt and my leg hurt, right? Really, because I had a muscle spasm in my right hamstring,
Mhm.
and I was going to take it easy, but the Lord was like, no, you're not. You're not going to be complacent. You're going to get up and say yes to this and go do what you need to do.
Right.
And I was like, okay. When you saw me as soon as I saw it, I responded back to you. Yes. I said yes with excitement though, right?
Yeah.
But yet I wasn't feeling in my body excited. But as soon as I turned my little ring light on today, it hit me with the excitement
Hmm.
about coming today. So you don't know what possibilities may come, but I instantly said yes because I instantly felt peace about it. But you always pray about the opportunities that come up before you, because all of them will not be for you,
Yeah.
But
And I
yeah,
applaud,
and plus it's helping me grow. Also growing, yes, it's helping me grow.
I applaud you for being obedient to that as well. Because a lot of times, opportunity will present itself and it could be a really great opportunity. And we're like, I ain't doing that. No, I'm not, because we lack the confidence. We like, no, I'm not going to do that. But it definitely helps when you have someone who you're like, you know what, I trust this person. I trust this process. And, I've consistently seen this person is good people. This person is cool. It's not like
Yeah.
when we get these random PKs and we like, Jesus, who is going to be on the other side of me? I got 20 minutes with this person, right? So if you weren't confident in the other person's ability, then you would have been even more hesitant. That would have been, well, thank you for the
Right.
opportunity, but no. And I'm sure that you'll find someone else because you're resourceful. You'd have hit them with them 5 steps real quick,
Right.
right? Like, uh, you
Yes.
look pretty today. You're asking me, but no. Uh,
Right. Yes.
yeah, and
Right. Right.
it's funny because as you were talking, I've got gospel playing over here, and I know you can't really hear it, but um, my life is in your hands by God's property was playing as you was talking, and that's
Oh
why I was
God.
sitting here just smiling because I'm like, look at this playlist guy in this conversation, and she can't even hear it. She don't even know what's going on up here,
Right.
but that
Wow.
that's
That's
part of the
something.
uncertainty and the embracing the uncertainty. Sometimes you got to be comfortable in the mess, right? I know, like me and Tiff talk
Right.
about,
Right.
finding the message in the mess and that there's a beauty, something beautiful within that mess. And so you've got to be willing to just kind of embrace the unknown because it's unknown. And so you never know how amazing the
Right.
opportunity is going to be. And if it works out not so amazing, I'm still going to learn something. I'm going to meet somebody,
Right.
even if it might be the person
Right.
I need to
Exactly.
avoid going forward. I'm going to meet somebody new.
Right.
I'm gonna learn something, even if
Right.
I learn,
Definitely.
don't ever do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna take
Right.
something away from the situation. So you gotta be open. You gotta be willing. Um,
Right.
don't be no fool.
Right.
Okay, I'm not saying fall for everything.
Right.
Don't
Oh no.
utilize some discernment
Yeah.
there, y'all. Okay, but I
Hmm.
honestly believe that if you pray before you move, then you'll know what steps to take. Um,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And if nothing else, even if you step out
Mm-hmm.
and you misunderstood the assignment and you take the wrong step, you're still covered and you're still protected. You
Right.
know, God is better than Nationwide,
Yeah.
Allstate, Geico, Safe Auto.
Ain't he though?
God got you. No matter
Yes.
where you go, you
Right.
got covered.
And I remember telling you once how I admire you because you're so quick to think on your feet. And that's one of the things that, I haven't always been good about, like, unless I'm speaking about the word, because I'm really passionate about that. But I just heard like a word, phrase, iron sharpen iron.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at you and you're helping me come out of my comfort zone with, just being able to speak like I'm speaking. And I know if I keep going, I'll get better and better. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a process, and we all works in process, right? We all work in progress.
Yeah, but
We keep going.
I'm really shy, y'all. I'm shy, y'all. It's a daily thing that when I get on, that I force myself to go live, and when I'm around a few people, oh yeah, I crack up, I nut up, but not knowing who I'm talking to out there in social media, I'm shy when it comes to that, and so this is another thing why I stepped out of the box.
Yeah. And I mean, and honestly, it helps because now you want to see me go all look inclusive and retreat, try to get me to speak out in public in front of people. Baby, I'm talking about
See,
even, you could put me in a room full of people that I know. And I'm like, yeah. So I don't even know what public speaking or coaching in person would actually look like, because I think I would be like,
oh my
and
god.
so hi, I'm Shantae, and listen, it would be a total crap show for real.
Oh.
Be so comfortable here is I'm surrounded by my things that bring me peace and things that bring me comfort. So before I push the button with you guys, look, I'm over here lighting incense to calm down. I'm in my own house, in my own office, y'all. And you know what? Before I can even start, because I believe that energy can be transferred anywhere, even on the screen,
Hmm.
y'all. I'd be over here
Yes.
like, let me get the sage out. Let me get the sage. Let me light an incense. Let me burn some oils. Let me do something. I take my essential oil and I dab it on my wrist, because every time my hand moves, I
Hmm.
need to smell something. I need to be calm. I need to be at peace. So,
Right.
oh, I still be a hot
Oh my
mess.
god.
I just know what to do to make my hot mess look a little less messy on camera. So
Right.
it's a process.
Right. Yeah.
We can't
And
function when things are dysfunctional. And so you create that
right.
space. Listen, it don't be no shame in my game. I tell y'all, y'all go a little to the left.
Girl.
Listen,
Look.
baby.
I ain't showing nothing else in this room. Oh my
Y'all,
gosh.
listen, y'all come back over here because it is safe. It is peaceful. It
Yeah.
is relaxing. Let's do this really quick. Number 9 is set intentions and not expectations, y'all. Okay?
Yeah.
Be intentional with what you do. Focus on setting intentions. Make that plan based on what you value and you desire. Okay? Intentions guide your actions without binding to specific outcomes. So when you set your intentions, this is the plan. I want to go somewhere. Maybe not exactly knowing the route that you're going to take to get there. Maybe not exactly what it's going to look like when you get there. I just want to go somewhere peaceful and relax. I might end up at the spa.
Yeah.
I might end up at the salon. I might end up at the park. But the goal was for me to find peace and relax, whatever that
Hmm.
looks like.
Yes.
So that's that, going back to trusting for the universe to deliver you exactly what you need, not necessarily knowing how to nah, you don't.
Hmm.
Not exactly,
Hmm.
worried about like what it all looked like, or what the end was going to be, right? And then releasing your expectations. Listen, expectations lead to disappointment. You have to let go of expectations on how things are supposed to be, how things are supposed to unfold. Okay. So when we start to let go of the things that we expect and just start letting life be life, right? And we start living the life that we have,
Yeah.
not the life that we expected to have, not the life that we thought we
Right.
were going to have. No, live the life that you actually have. That way it helps to reduce your disappointment and it helps you to increase
Okay.
resilience.
Find meaning and purpose. Purpose. Engage in activities that brings you joy and fulfillment. Having a sense of purpose can help you stay motivated and focused. Yes. That's why I got into this painting because I found, oh, it brought me so much peace. And we've spent hours, I'm mostly 5 hours I spent painting the painting and realized I hadn't drank water, hadn't potty, hadn't eaten or anything. And also making jewelry it has that same effect on me. And singing karaoke it does also. So you have to find something that you enjoy doing, and it's another thing you may find your purpose within that. So um, and meaning. Reflect on and broaden the meaning of your experiences. Sometimes understanding the why behind events can also help you cope better. And I found that also when I got into the painting, just seeing life coaching, how it was helping her, and just being in the chat looking at her relaxed me so that when I got the opportunity to get a paint by number, I started and I started hoping it would help me relax and be calm and take me to a happy place after coming off a very stressful 3 or 4 months prior. I embraced it, and actually I'm going to get back to it because I need to be back in that. It was a happy place for me.
Absolutely.
It was a happy place for me. So, right.
Yeah. And so with all this, one is like, yep, okay, on to the next. So like listen, y'all, for real. All the steps, trying to implement more of these steps. Acknowledging your feelings, shifting your focus, developing trust, taking action, practicing gratitude, seeking support, engaging in self-care, embracing uncertainty, set intentions, not expectations, and finding meaning and purpose. All of these things will allow you to gradually build up your ability to let go and let God or trust that things will work out in your favor, which will ultimately lead you to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Um, the last little note that I had here was about the phrase letting go and letting God, right? And that's a phrase that we often use in spiritual and religious context to convey the idea of releasing one's um, releasing one's worries and fears and control over a situation instead of placing I'm sorry, not instead of. Let me back up. The idea of releasing your worries, fears, and control over a particular situation, and instead place your trust in a higher power, right? Placing your trust in God. This concept emphasizes us surrendering our personal struggles and our uncertainties to the divine guidance and wisdom with the belief that wholeheartedly that God is going to take care of all of the outcomes, right? It's not my will, but it's the will of God. So I understand that what is for me is for me, if that's what God deems
Yes.
to be for me.
Yes.
And so all this
Yes.
worrying, all of this stress, all this mess that we're putting ourselves through is unnecessary, because if God don't want it for me, I'm not going to have it. And that's the good and the bad. Okay? The devil can do
Right.
what the devil want to do, but at the end of the day, when God says no, no, not this one, no, no, not this one.
Mhm.
Okay. So, just focus
Right.
on the things that you can control. You know, try your best to
Definitely.
minimize, your exposure to those other things, but just understand that again, what's for us is for us, and that's good and bad. So,
Wow, it's that's crazy because I wrote that down earlier. Focus on what you can control, and what you can't, just give it to God and let God be God. That is crazy. Okay.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
God said, I will provide for you. Don't worry about it. Don't.
Right,
Worry about it.
exactly. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't be the lady who go to the altar with all your mess and stress and then pick it up on the way out the door along with sister
Right.
problems. Cause you get to church, you done brought
Yes.
all your stuff to the altar, you done sat down in your seat, you done had an amazing service, you feel the burden lifted, and now all of a sudden you said, you know what? I want to carry all that mess back out with me. And I'm gonna grab
Right.
Sister Mary,
That's right.
Sister Karen's mess too, because I can carry
Mm-hmm.
it. And what God do? Say, all right,
Mm-mm.
well, carry it then. Since you
Right,
grown and
exactly.
you
When
know
you
everything.
could barely carry what you had, right?
Right.
You could barely carry what you had. They're gonna pick up. No, no, thank
And I
you.
always laugh because I
No.
said, God definitely had the ability to stop us from picking it back up. But he said, nah, you
Right,
grown. Yeah, since you got your degree and you know
but
everything, go ahead and do it.
right, but also remember that releasing is a process.
Absolutely.
It's a process, and that even though you may pick it back up again, you can release it again. And eventually when you release it the final time, it will stay released. It's a process, just like anything in life. So
Yeah.
releasing is a process, and it's just basically you fixing your mind, knowing that you got faith that God has you. And when that there's certain things that I have let go that I pick back up again, and eventually let it go, and it stayed let go. So
And I
yeah.
mean, with everything in our life, it takes time. Um,
Yeah.
and so when we think of breaking these habits or breaking these cycles, it requires repetition. Even with a habit, they say it takes, I think, 21 days, 21 days to
I think it is 21.
constant
Mm-hmm.
doing, right? So that means it takes about 3 weeks of you being consistent over a 3 week period, focusing on changing something before that then becomes a habit, before it becomes a lifestyle change.
Right.
And so if you just stay the course when you are going through a situation, if you just stay faithful, for these 3 weeks, these 4 weeks in doing it, now all of a sudden it becomes easier to do. 3 weeks is nothing when you
Mm-hmm.
look at the 52 weeks that's in the year. So if I just spend 3 weeks out the year
Definitely.
being positive and eliminating negativity, those other 49 weeks of the year about to go good for me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? So
right?
if I start go
Yes.
out here making New Year's resolutions, okay, New Year's Day, boom, you choosing peace and positivity. You spend 3 good weeks choosing peace and positivity. Let me tell you something, that's gonna be the best year for you. For me, all year long,
Yeah.
my focus was aim. I said all year I was aiming for more in 2024. That was my motto.
Mm,
Resolution, whatever you want to call it. AIM stood for affirmations, intentions, and manifestations. Let me tell you something. I'm over here living the dream. Could it be better? Absolutely. Could it be worse? Absolutely. But guess what? Right here, right now, it feels good. And that's because I've chosen to aim for more all of
right?
2024. So I don't know what more looks like. It changes every single day. I want more today than I wanted yesterday. I want to be a
Right.
better person today than I was yesterday. That's it. I'm
Right.
competing with
That's
nobody else.
awesome. Right. Yeah.
I'm in competition with me. I'm my own competition.
Yes,
Me
ma'am.
versus me.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. And
Uh,
that's big though.
yeah,
That is a big thing when you right.
right.
And I don't need to be in no competition with nobody else because I am enough being in competition with me.
Exactly.
That's a
A
lot.
lot to handle. Okay. I don't like myself. So I have
Yes.
to wake up and hype me up. I can't wait for nobody else.
Right.
It might
Yes.
be off today. I can't wait for Wanda to fix my. Now
Right.
she might have prepared the others. I don't know. I can't.
Yep.